casually. So then he told, Arey, like, no, you're not doing Krishna Lila, you're doing Ram Lila. Ram Lila means like you have to stand straight, no? Ekdam straight, no bend anywhere. So even Vishnu is also like that, no bend anywhere, no? Only Krishna is bent. And a devotee of Krishna, and that too at the magnitude of Srimati Radharani, no, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how can they see the Lord in a straight form? No, it is not possible, right? So, for them, threefold bended form is the form that they would like to see. So, the reason is that, there is a nice pastime that happens, during in the Vrajalila. Once, before meeting the gopis, Krishna wanted to play a joke. He hid himself in some bushes. And then the devotees were frantically searching for Krishna. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? They are not able to find. And then, finally, like Krishna actually manifests this four-handed form. And then, he gives darshan. And then the gopis, they suddenly, they lose their, interest in finding Krishna. And they immediately got awe and reverence. They offered namaskar, obeisances to Vishnu. And then finally they asked, where is Vishnu? Sorry, where is Krishna? Please tell us the route to know where Krishna has left. Have you seen Krishna going somewhere? So, and then, Narayan showed some path and they went off. And then Srimati Radharani came. And when Srimati Radharani came, Vishnu could not, means Krishna in the 400 form, could not maintain his false form. His two hands disappeared and immediately his body became bent. So, so then that happened. And now the very same Leela, actually Gaur Leela and Krishna Leela are non-different. The very same Leela happened in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time also. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when I refer to a book, you can. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was there in Jagannath Puri, and Jagannath hid himself, right? So that time he is not able to see the Supreme Lord. Not able to see the Shyam Sundar form of Krishna. And for that, he could have gone to Tota Gopinath, where Gopinath is there, who is worshipped with Srimati Radharani and Lalita Devi, and that is in appropriate mood. But why did he come so far running that too? He didn't have bus journey, some, at least we have a broken bus, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not have even that. He had to run. He was running here and coming to this place, called Brahmagiri. So we will, discuss about all those things, in some time. So he came here because, he was, attracted to this particular pastime is actually enacted, so that, he is coming here to meet the Supreme Lord in the form of, in the form of 400 form. And it is mentioned when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would come and take darshan here, so his form, the Lord's form would become twofold. It's threefold bended form and with two hands, right? So, but others would not be able to have that darshan. And one nice thing is mentioned here, the mantras that is being used here for worship of the deity here. So that is also mentioned. Just a minute. So the mantras actually have the deity mantras, for all the upacharas, we have to actually invoke the deity. So for that some, Gayatri will be there of that particular deity. So it is, those of you who have Brahman initiation or who have studied Chaitanya Charitamrita, you will know the Krishna mantra starts with Vallabha. And, it is not worshipped as Vishnu. Even though the Shri was worshipped and many other devotees worshipped in this one, but the original mantra of the deities are of Shri Shri Gopinath, Radha Gopinath's mantra actually. So in that way, the Lord here is actually Gopinath, actually Krishna. And he's worshipped in the 400 form. And when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came here, for that reason he came. Otherwise he would not be attracted to this. The awe and reverence. Gaudiya Vaishnavas actually say this is my dear Shyam Sundar, right? So like that, dear Gopinath. So like that. So the deity of over here is in that mood, in the mood of Sri Sri Gopinath. And okay, so now we'll come back to the origin of how this place actually came into existence. So this place, somebody is playing Kartal behind, we can actually. So this place is known as Brahmagiri. So this place was, this is the place where Lord Brahma performed tapasya. So Lord Brahma and all the different demigods, they would many times come to the earthly planet and perform tapasya, because this planet is meant for tapasya. No, so this is the planet where austerities and tapasya can be performed, and very quickly people can get perfection. So that is why even the demigods come down here to offer worship. So Brahmaji, he comes here, and this place will be known as Brahmagiri. So that is how the Lord personally advented. Actually, it was a hill before, and now it is plains, and the only hill is what is there inside. So we will speak about that in some time. And so the form of the deity here, in the morning we went to Tota Gopinath. So there we saw that how the deity reciprocated with the devotee, and just to receive the service from the devotee, the deity sat down, right? So this brings in a lot of faith in us, in the deity form of the Lord, in the temple worship, right? So similarly here also there is a wonderful pastime. In the generations, the priest over here were all from Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, and Sri Vaishnavas are followers, and that is why here the deity is also named Alvarnath, or later on it became Alarnath. So now this particular deity was worshipped by a family of priests. And one of the priests, actually there was a little bit of poverty, and not much of sufficient grains and things like that were there. So previously what used to happen is that every temple will be attached with a lot of land. So the producers from the land will take care of the maintenance of the temple. So nowadays we have the FD. There are in many temples they make FDs, fixed deposits on the name of the deity, or for the purpose of the deity, and whatever interest comes from there will be used for the service of the Lord, right? So in the past, and attached to the temple, whatever comes from the land, Mayur also, when Pankajangiri Prabhu was there, and Jarnivas Prabhu and Pankajangiri Prabhu, so they used to make deposit, and during that time they made all the fixed deposits from various devotees, so that the service to Sri Sri Radha Madhav and Panchatattva and Narsinghadev will go on continuously. Even drought comes or even anything may happen, the service to the deities will never stop, right? So that is how intelligently the finances are made. So but then over a period of time, sometimes this financial planning goes for toss also. So here what happened, there was not sufficient finances, and the pujaris had to go and beg alms, the community of priests who were there, so they had to go out and beg alms from interns. And one pujari, Sri Ketan, so his duty was to offer boga every day, and he had to go out for his turn for going out for begging alms also came. So he had to go out, and that time he called his small son, our service is there of offering boga, and you should offer boga, and I'll go for begging. 2-3 days I'll be going for collection. So then this boy told, Father, I don't know any procedures, I don't know any mantras, how will I offer? He tells, no problem, you just go and keep the boga and tell Alarnath, you please accept the offering, he will accept. So he told this much and he went off. And then this boy, he is so innocent. Mother cooked the boga, and he took the boga to the Lord, he kept, and then he told, you see, I'm a small boy, I don't know any mantra, I don't know any mudras, nothing, you please accept this boga. And then he told this much, and he went off to play, So he went off to play for 20 minutes crying. No, my father told you'll accept and you're not accepting. Don't think I'm a small boy, I don't know the mantras and things like that. Raghunandan's pastime, Raghunandan and Mukunda. So in Mayapur also, near Mayapur, we have in Gaur Mandal also similar kind of pastime actually happens. So now again finished the whole plate, right? And then he went back to his mother and he gave the plate, and mother asked, where is the prasad? And Kali, Lord ate. And then the mother is not able to tell anything. She is stunned. Is the boy telling lie or is he prasad? Right? So then, no, please give me some prasad. And no, the wife tells like, no, what can I tell? Like, no, your boy's story. No, he's not offering properly, or he's no telling some lie, or he's eating everything himself. I don't know. Like something is happening. He's not bringing any prasad. No, he just takes everything, goes and offers, and then he brings back empty plate. No, if I ask, like he tells that Lord has eaten. So this is what he's been telling, right? So then, no, this priest, he hides himself in this one, and then he asks the son to again offer, and that time, when the Lord actually is about to honor not honor, no, about to enjoy the bhoga, so that time, no, this priest, no, who was hiding, he came outside and then he caught hold of the deity's hand, and you see, you are a deity, no, you are not supposed to eat. No, you are a deity, you are not supposed to eat. If you start eating, what will we eat? No, it's a logical question. No, what will we eat? And that way, it was a hot sweet rice that was offered, and the Lord's hand was obstructed. No, Lord's hand was obstructed, and because of which, like the sweet rice actually spilt on his body, and there are many marks of boils in the body of the Lord actually. So even now we can actually see, no, near the chest there is a mark, and in the face also there is a mark, and in the hands also there is swelling. No, that is there. So these are all most of the this one's details we can actually see. That is why we call all of you back. Now, after hearing this, if you go and see, no, you will be able to see all these things. And this all proves that the deity of the Lord can reciprocate with us. No, if we truly offer service, not to the deity, no, the deity with us. And he asked, how are the lordships feeling today? And our devotee told, Guru Maharaj, I don't know. If you're doing service properly, you will know what mood the Lord is having. So then, no, he got trembled like anything. And no, the spiritual master was asking such a question. So then, actually speaking, if we render a particular vogue, or how the Lord will ask a particular service, the Lord will start reciprocating with the devotee actually. Right, so this is a very important aspect. The Lord, the service to the deity, we should not think that it is not laid to some stone or something like that. So then, after this incident happened, the Lord, Hare Krishna. So the Lord spoke up to the priest. You see, you don't have any trust, you don't have any faith in me. No, you think that you don't have proper faith in me as the deity. So you are a materialist. No, because of this offense, you and all the family will be destroyed. Within a short time. So there was some kind of a high tide or something like that. The whole of the priestly families in this place were all washed off and killed, except for this boy Madhu. And from there the generation again came up actually. So sometimes the Lord becomes very furious and angry also, when proper worship is not offered, or with materialistic thought, with materialistic mindset, we offer worship without proper faith in the form of the Lord, right? So this is the pastime that happened here. You can catch hold of the mobile. So after this, there is some very important aspects which are in connection with our Gaudiya Parampara, and which are very, very important for us to meditate upon, right? So here, okay, so before that, the worship standard here is as the standard of Lord Jagannath is there, over there. So the same kind of standard of worship is offered. Because when Purushottam Dev, we all heard the story of Kanchi Ganesh. So when, he was defeated by Kanchi Ganesh, the king of Kanchi. So at that time, Alarnath appeared in the dream, and he told, see, I am residing there, you come and worship me, and he arranged for the worship of God, and you see the temple structure and everything, also almost same like Jagannath Puri. Of course, many temples are of same style in Odisha. So here the same standard is offered. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Gopinath will appear. No, he must install the deity of Chaitanya. So, in fact, this prophecy, like, no, he made over this place. And then, no, Srila Prabhupada, no, our dear Srila Prabhupada, actually, no, he goes to the west and he fulfills this particular prophecy, no, over there, right? And then we see that, no, later on, no, this work was continued. No, he came back to Alarnath and went to Puri. So, no, this is a very special thing. And in fact, like in Alarnath, there is nice, this one is there. So before going, no, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was begging permission from all the devotees, and then no, he was receiving permission from various devotees, and then no, he was proceeding. So devotees were not very happy. So in fact, few days, no, this festival is there, this festival is there. Like that 1 year passed, no. Lord's worship is so opulent, and every time there is some festival, permission happily, no. So he just ordered them, and my Lord, if you ask permission like this, no, what can we say? Like, no, you are Supreme Lord, who are we to stop you? No, if you want to go, you will definitely go. So then, in that way, Lord forcibly took permission and went no, to South Indian Yatra. And then he came here, and from here, there is a nice prediction that happens. So, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is this Kirtan, and all these things are happening. And Nityananda Prabhu, seeing this Kirtan, no, he is telling, Deki Nityananda Prabhu, kahe bhakta gana, ei rupa nitya age, habe grame grame. Upon seeing the chanting and dancing of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Nityananda predicted that later there will be dancing chanting in every village. This is the prediction of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, and in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is writing, happening by His grace. No? So, His grace is Lord's grace, and Lord's grace descending through His divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, right? So the members of International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ET with them. These devotees distribute various literatures all over the world. We hope that these devotees who are preaching the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will very seriously follow strictly in his footsteps. If they follow the rules and regulations and chant 16 rounds daily, their endeavor to preach the cult of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will certainly be successful. So this is the words of Srila Prabhupada. So amazing, right? So this the dancing of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? So that is the amazing thing. And to practically make it happen, so it is, Nityananda Prabhu just told this much. He saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's dancing and he told this will happen everywhere. Execute this. No, they are actually telling us. So he is telling this thing that if we seriously follow strictly in his footsteps, in one sentence there is two very strong words are there. If we seriously follow strictly his footsteps, and what does it mean? If they follow the rules and regulations, all the etiquettes that are needed, to practice the ritual service, and all the rules and regulations that are there, it is meant to enhance on Mayam. So it is not by accident. No, it is like, internally we spoke with each other. So because we know that this is very essential. Here also, Srila Prabhupada is mentioning that, this following of rules and regulations and chanting 16 rounds daily, some potency in our preaching. But if we don't do our morning program nicely, so then we will not spread this mission of Krishna consciousness, which is a heart's desire of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There are many people who actually tell that, I am Gauras, I am Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's servant, or I am or I like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I like, serving the God and things. They are dear to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This holy name should spread everywhere. Right? Many temples are there and many centers are there, and many more places. We are trying to open up, like our centers in Bangalore. And if we want to do this thing, so we need to have proper leaders, who can actually execute these things. And who are the leaders? The leaders are those people, who take this process very seriously to heart, and they mean it. When they do this process, they actually mean it, and they actually, this morning program and chanting of the names of the Lord and all these things becomes very dear to them, right? So when this becomes very dear to them, they will be able to speak about this to others. They'll be able to share that same enthusiasm to others, right? So that is something very, very essential. And from this point on, in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is actually going to start his South Indian Yatra. And it is mentioned that wherever he went, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, No, his preaching was so simple. No, he would go chanting in the street, and then people would get attracted, no, to him. Who is this person? So they would come, no, near Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They would follow him, no, because he's very attractive. And Mahaprabhu used to do one very peculiar thing. He would just call them. He would just embrace them, and they'll go mad. They'll keep on chanting Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. And then he would say, now you go back. You don't follow, you go back into the village. And sometimes people would be like doing farming, no? And on the street, Mahaprabhu is going, and he embraced them. And no, he is just like chanting and dancing, that person. And after some time, the wife is thinking like, no, morning I had packed the prasadam and no, sent him to the field. He is not coming back. What is happening? And this wife will go and see, no, this guy is chanting and dancing. And no, she would think that, oh, some booth pret attack ho gaya. You know? And she would go and catch hold of the husband, saying that, no, what happened to you? The moment she touches, she will also go mad. You know? She'll also be dancing and chanting. And then the son comes back from the school, and he'll be wondering, like, where are my parents? No, like, father went to the field, he didn't come back, and mother went to see, and she also did not come back. And he goes and touches him, and the same thing happens with him. And in this way, no, so many villages actually, no, got transformed and became Krishna, like devotees of Krishna. And like in whichever village Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to go, so the prasadam would be arranged by Lakshmi Devi. No, she would send some brahmana to invite Mahaprabhu for lunch. No? And when the brahmana comes and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would go to his home, he would accept the feast. And what he will do, what is the remuneration that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will give to him? Anybody can guess? What will Chaitanya Mahaprabhu give in return to him? Huh? Harinam, Krishna Prem. Actually, it is Chaitanya Charitamrita says he would make him the Acharya of the village. So that's all. If you want to become a preacher or a leader, invite Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to home. If he has prasadam, then he becomes Acharya. He starts giving initiation from there. Right? So that is how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's preaching in South India was a cakewalk. No? He would just not cakewalk, kirtan walk. No? He would just do kirtan and walk, and everybody would become devotees, right? So, and we are also trying to preach. No, we have Gita course, we have follow-ups and so many things. Even after that, somebody may say like, no, I'm not interested. Please don't call me anymore and things like that. So, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's preaching was completely different. No, he was just coming and just sweeping off the whole market. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is mentioned that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he did not preach in Navadvip, in this way. He did not preach in Bengal or Orissa in this way, He was just doing his internal bhajan. Activities primarily happened in South India, actually. So he distributed else. And we are so fortunate, we are there in South India. And we are trying to, carry forward this mission of, Krishna consciousness in South India. Right? So all of us are very, very fortunate. I know that this preaching activities and, these activities take a lot of time of ours. Many times we keep discussing, amongst ourselves, like various Bhakti Center leaders are there, together. So we keep, discussing these various aspects. And, the main thing is, if we want to conduct a program, so then some leader will say that, you see, we have already the schedule is packed, and these people have to, any program means devotees have to come for service, they have to do prasadam service, they have to do altar decoration, so many things have to be done. Literally, congregation devotees are telling, हमको बीवी बच्चे नहीं है क्या, हमारा कुछ life नहीं है क्या अलग से, पूरा time, all the time is taken off in these services only. So we have done a lot of programs, because of that, the state is like this. If we have to do all the programs, then it will become too difficult. So then everybody has to start living in temple only. So we know that there is so much of austerity is there, so much of trouble is there, that devotees actually undertake. So it is for brahmacharis, it's okay. We don't have anything else to do. We keep doing this. But for congregation, all of you, you are doing this much of service. It is very, very commendable, actually. Only because of we 4 or 5 brahmacharis, we cannot do much, actually. So only because of all of you, all this preaching is expanding, and it's because of your sacrifice. And you can imagine how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will be pleased with all of you, right? So preaching is expanding, and now we are making more and more centers and more Janmashtami. This time we are planning that we will have, our desire is that we should have at 5 places Janmashtami, so all this while we were having in 3 places. So our Sudhir Gopal Prabhu is like meditating to have a very big Janmashtami, and there are a lot of obstacles there. There is no proper Kalyana Mandap and there is no proper facilities and things like that. So, but if all devotees pray and bless, this festival may happen. So let's chant one time Hare Krishna mantra for the Hope Farm Janmashtami. Right? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. And this is like a preaching report to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then we also want to do in Murugesh Palya, another one event. So there not much of thing is there. So we want to start off something. And there also similar problem. We don't have any venue. We don't have any probable place also identified. So we want mercy of devotees again, prayers of devotees again to get this Janmashtami also up and running. So let's chant once more Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Krishna, Hare. See, there are a lot of esoteric things, in this area, like in the Puri and this Alarnath. So it means a lot, very internally, the feelings of separation, had by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, somebody may wonder, how will we get this kind of intense devotion to Krishna? So it is very simple. We just follow the instructions of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We just follow the instructions of Srila Prabhupada and our spiritual master. And then Lord will forcibly bless this upon us. This intense attraction to Krishna, it's a byproduct or it's a blessings given by the Lord when the Lord is pleased with our service, right? So when the Lord becomes very pleased with our service, He'll actually bestow this mercy upon us. And finally, I would like to just say about this particular place. So when Lord Chaitanya would come and he would feel the separation from Lord Jagannath, like Lord Krishna, he's not able to see Jagannath there. So whenever Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to take darshan of Jagannath, he used to feel a lot of ecstasy and he used to melt the stone. In fact, we had seen that. And here, this place is 2 times more intense, in feelings of separation. 2 times or many times. Like why? Because when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and saw the deity here, the stone was there in front of the deity. So when he came and took darshan of the deity here, and in ecstasy, when he saw Shyam Sundar form, Gopinath's form, he actually in ecstasy fell on this stone, and his whole bodily imprint actually happened there. The whole stone melted, in the feeling the heat of separation of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right, so actually the separation actually generates a lot of intense feelings. So that feelings actually melted the whole stone, and this will be the form of the head, and then the whole trunk and forest. There in many places the stones are melted actually. So even now, that those places are identified and then worshipped and things like that. So this is the intense mood that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to have. And how we can have this kind of intense mood? Simple thing is to follow the instructions of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in taking the anxiety of how to spread Krishna consciousness all over, especially in South India and especially in Bangalore. So more we take the anxiety to spread the mission of Krishna consciousness, more the Lord will become pleased and more we will be blessed with intense attraction to the form of Sri Krishna and in the form of the holy name of Sri Krishna, right? So this is how much we can share at this point in time. Maybe Sudhir Gopal Prabhu can add something.
Yeah, so I think there is a lot to share. There is a lot to share in this place, but as we heard from Prabhuji, there are 2 things, right? One is that Dvigunita Viraha Bhav of Mahaprabhu, the intensity of the separation. And the second is that, as Nityananda Prabhu had predicted while Mahaprabhu was traveling, and first singing and dancing Kirtan of South India tour happened here, right? So I think it's a really, really Lord's arrangement, Mahaprabhu's mercy, that we have really chosen this place as our concluding session. If you would really like to, this is a takeaway, right, from our yatra, right? These are two things. What is that? Intensity in our separation, and how we can really increase our love. How we can really increase our love, how we can increase our devotion, how we can increase our hankering, and increase our longing for Krishna. Right? That has to intensify as you really progress. Right? Yes, some may be like, maybe year for decades or years, or some maybe for months, it doesn't matter. But whatever we do, whatever number of years we are, right, we have to keep on progressing. We have to increase, our devotional service. We cannot just remain as we are, as we, been doing. But we are very, very happy to see so many devotees, right, during this yatra. They have started chanting 16 rounds. Somebody have started chanting wearing dhoti. Somebody have started chanting, they have taken a vow of following 4 regulative principle. I was speaking to one devotee, was saying, like, I have started chanting 16 rounds, and now from now onwards, I'll continue to start 16 rounds. Like, lot of devotees have taken now this, additional responsibility, additional, an increase in the sadhana, and that's what exactly it is. Right, while coming in the train, right, we were discussing with one group. Right, the taste of our blissful in yatra is all about how do we transform our, right, bhoga vilas to, seva avilas, right, like seva avilas, right. So, like, that is a test, right. Yes, like, yes, we need to take care of our other responsibilities, right. But now the same responsibility will be taking care now with the move to serve the Lord. How it can really take us closer to the Lord. Right? And the second aspect is that, yes, intensity in our own personal devotional service. And the second thing is that how we can help Mahaprabhu. Like we discussed today morning also, that like how Mahaprabhu would be always thinking, Yahasavar Konamoto Havinista, or how Nityananda Prabhu had predicted in that Madhya Lila 7th chapter, Prabhuji talked about 82 verse, and that purport. How, right, Nityananda Prabhu had predicted. It's not that we are doing anything. It's because of his prediction, because of the will of Nityananda Prabhu it is spreading. We are just an instrument, right? So it is going to happen. Grame, ehi bhave nritya have, prachar have, grame, right? That's a prediction of Nityananda Prabhu. And Srila Prabhupada is saying it is going to happen, and it's happening, right? So it's really up to us, right, to convert into Halli and Marathalli to Devanahalli or Godi Halli, right? All that, it's really up to us, right? In our effort. And the second thing is there, right, in renovating all these places, and you see that 3 Parsva Devatas. Here we see the Baman Dev, the other side we will see Baraha Dev and Narsimha Dev, right? 3 sides, 3 Parsva Devatas been installed by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and the front, that Dwaras and everything, right? A lot of work has been done. Lord Shiva Temple and so on. And then, of course, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was really attached to this place, right? Then that's how he really built, that Gaudiya Math, and he called as a Brahmagiri Gaudiya Math, right? And then, like somehow, right, maybe our local pandas, they can also confirm this, but what we heard is that the deity here, right, the Utsav deity of Alarnath, right, once they found, and the dream came to one of the pandas here, right, who was worshipping the deity here, right, that the deity came in the dream and said that I want to be worshipped by the Acharya of that Gaudiya Math. Right, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And this Panda, he went really to the temple and really asked, can you please tell us, who is your Acharya? Right, yes, he is our Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he is our founder Acharya. And then, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he tear rolled into his eyes, how, Lord has really chosen me as the benefactor, to, worship the Supreme Lord here. And because, like, our Mahaprabhu or our Parampara Acharyas, as we said, they don't see as a Chaturdha Murti of Lord Narayan or Alvarnath. They see as a Shyam Sundar Krishna or Gopinath, right? How they really, so these deities and these places are very close to, all of us, right? And this is the once again, as Prabhuji read that section, right? Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur also he had predicted, right, in 1934, towards his last years, that yes, like he said in Odia, at that point, Amuku Nebaku Hovo Alvar Nath, right? Like, this Alvar Nath or Gaudiya Nath or Gopinath, Jagannath to London. That was his desire, that was his aspiration, right? And who had fulfilled that desire? Right? So we should not think that the or whatever is written in the scripture, right? It is just some mythological or some speculative ideas. No, right? One, right? You know, depends on your faith. So our Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj, like not only Bhaktivinoda Thakur, after that when Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj, our ISKCON Bhubaneswar temple president, like who inaugurated, we talked about, right? I think in our Jagannath session, right? So he also put a lot of effort, really inaugurating some of the places like this Kirtan Mandap and some other and kitchen room and this, all this mandap and gate, right? All the gate that you see in the front, that were all done by Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj. So how ISKCON is also putting a lot of effort in really regaining the glories of the dhams. So thanks to all the devotees. Anything Bandhamata Prabhu or Rachit Prabhu would like to add?
Light day in Krishna consciousness is also a blissful day. So today, since morning Mangalarati, we have been having a lot of sessions and a lot of visits, temple visits. I know many of you might have got trained, continuing the memories of this for many years to come. So for many of you who have come here to Puri first time, so this will be a real memorable place. Many of you would have wondered who Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is. You have not got so much of opportunity to hear back in Bangalore, but I'm quite sure you all would have heard a lot of pastime of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu here and witnessed the places where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did the pastime here. So this is one such very important place in Alarnath where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to do his pastime. So whenever at the time of Rath Yatra, and he used to be given thing that was part of sharing. That's all. Anything else you want to say?
So just to conclude that we see the intense desire of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and desire of Nityananda Prabhu to spread the mission of Krishna consciousness. And Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur sitting here, he also predicted that this Krishna consciousness should spread everywhere. Our Lordship should go everywhere, all over the world. And now, in following Srila Prabhupada, so we are all engaged in that particular mission. So as we had been discussing, if we are servants of Krishna, we need to have a bona fide service to Krishna, right? And where will we get the bona fide service? From the parampara. And this is a testimony that many times devotees get this feeling, we are doing this preaching activities and all these things. We are actually doing that particular thing. So this just should reinforce our faith and reinforce our full energy in spreading the mission of Krishna consciousness.
So one more request from Manjulali Mataji. She is also planning a Janmashtami that in PLH.
Oh,
requesting for
this is going to be the 6th Janmashtami. So Manjulali Mataji wants to do a grand Janmashtami in Prestige Lakeside.
And it's recorded as well.
And yeah, it is recorded and in YouTube. It's live. So we'll have a live blessings from all the devotees. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.